How does a simple idea, born in a Harvard dorm room, explode into a global phenomenon connecting billions of people and rewriting the rules of human interaction? This isn't just a story about a website. It is the saga of how a college project became one of the most powerful and influential tech empires in history. Welcome to the real story of Facebook. Our journey begins in 2004. The internet was a different place back then. Social connection online was clunky and fragmented. But a young computer science student named Mark Zuckerberg had a vision. He saw the potential for a digital space that mirrored our real-life social networks. It started small, exclusively for Harvard students, a digital yearbook called The Facebook. But the concept was electric. It was simple, intuitive, and addictive. Within days, it was the talk of the campus. Within months, it had spread like wildfire to other Ivy League schools. The demand was undeniable. This wasn't just a fun project anymore. It was the start of a revolution. Zuckerberg, along with his co-founders Dustin Moskovitz, Eduardo Saverin, Andrew McCallum, and Chris Hughes, knew they were onto something huge. They made a pivotal decision: drop out of Harvard and move to Palo Alto, California, the beating heart of the tech world. This move was more than a change of address. It was a declaration of intent. They were all in. The dorm room startup had officially entered Silicon Valley. Life in Palo Alto was a whirlwind of coding, strategy sessions, and surviving on a shoestring budget. This is the classic startup grind you hear about: long nights fueled by pizza and ambition. They were racing against time, competing with established players like MySpace and Friendster. Their key differentiator? Exclusivity. By slowly opening up to more colleges, then high schools, and eventually the general public, they built an aura of desirability. You wanted to be on Facebook because it felt like an exclusive club. Their first major breakthrough came with an investment from Peter Thiel, the co-founder of PayPal. His $500,000 investment wasn't just money. It was a massive vote of confidence. It validated their vision and gave them the resources to scale. This was the moment Facebook went from being a promising startup to a serious contender. But with rapid growth comes immense pressure and conflict. The early days were fraught with legal battles, most famously with the Winklevoss twins, who claimed Zuckerberg stole their idea. There were also internal struggles over the company's direction and equity, leading to the painful departure of co-founder Eduardo Saverin. These challenges are a harsh but real part of the entrepreneurial journey. Building something massive often involves breaking things along the way, including relationships. One of the most defining moments in Facebook's history was the decision to turn down Yahoo's $1 billion acquisition offer in 2006. $1 billion. For a company that was barely 2 years old and not yet profitable, this was an astronomical sum. Many thought Zuckerberg was crazy to refuse. But he saw a future far bigger than $1 billion. He wasn't just building a company to be sold. He was building an empire to last. His mantra was move fast and break things, a philosophy that prioritized rapid innovation and growth over cautious perfection. This mindset allowed them to outmaneuver their rivals and constantly evolve. A key to this evolution was the introduction of the newsfeed in 2006. It was a game changer. Suddenly, instead of having to visit individual profiles, you could see a real-time stream of what all your friends were doing. Users initially hated it, staging online protests over privacy concerns. But Zuckerberg stuck to his guns, convinced it was the future of the platform. He was right. The newsfeed transformed Facebook from a static directory into a dynamic, living social hub, dramatically increasing user engagement and time spent on the site. Then came the masterstroke, opening up the platform. In 2007, they launched the Facebook platform, allowing third-party developers to create apps and games. This led to an explosion of content, with hits like Farmville and Zynga Poker drawing in millions of new users. Facebook wasn't just a social network anymore. It was an entire ecosystem. They followed this by launching the like button, a simple yet profound innovation that created a universal language for online approval and engagement. As the user base soared past hundreds of millions, monetization became the next big challenge. How do you make money without alienating your users? Facebook's answer was targeted advertising. By leveraging the vast amount of data users shared, their interests, their connections, their demographics, they created one of the most powerful advertising machines ever conceived. Businesses could now reach their ideal customers with unprecedented precision. This model not only made Facebook incredibly profitable but also changed the landscape of digital marketing forever. Of course, the journey wasn't without its missteps and controversies. From ongoing privacy scandals like Cambridge Analytica to concerns about misinformation and the platform's impact on mental health, Facebook has faced intense scrutiny. These issues highlight the immense responsibility that comes with connecting the globe. The very tools that bring us together can also be used to divide us, and navigating this ethical minefield remains one of the company's greatest challenges. Despite the hurdles, Facebook's growth strategy continued with bold acquisitions. In 2012, they bought Instagram for $1 billion, a move that seemed outrageously expensive at the time for a photo-sharing app with no revenue. Today, Instagram is a cultural force and a core part of the company's value. 2 years later, they acquired WhatsApp for a staggering $19 billion, securing their dominance in the messaging space. These acquisitions weren't just about buying competitors, they were about buying the future, ensuring they owned the next wave of social communication. So, what are the key lessons from this incredible story? First, start with a real problem. Facebook solved a fundamental human need for connection in the digital age. Second, be prepared to pivot and adapt relentlessly. The move fast and break things ethos is about learning and evolving faster than anyone else. Third, have unwavering belief in your long-term vision, even if it means turning down $1 billion. Fourth, understand that building something great is often messy and involves tough decisions and personal sacrifices. From a Harvard dorm room to a multi-billion-dollar global empire now known as Meta, the story of Facebook is a powerful testament to the impact of a single idea. It's a story of ambition, innovation, controversy, and the relentless pursuit of growth. It shows us that with the right vision, a brilliant team, and a little bit of luck, you can change the world. It is a blueprint for modern entrepreneurship and a case study that will be analyzed for decades to come. Thanks for watching our deep dive into the story of Facebook. What part of their journey do you find most fascinating? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love stories about business, tech, and innovation, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. We'll see you in the next one.